One thing is for sure, people love to work for Vedanta. I don't know why. In their company, they say, do it Vedanta way. And I really don't know what they're talking about. I always imagine my business should be like orchestra. And I'm like a conductor. There has to be tune. I have a 20 business. And 5 business give me 90% of the profit. मेरे को भारत के अलावा कुछ दिखता नहीं है. मैं भारत का रहने वाला हूँ. भारत की बात बताता हूँ.
Hello and welcome to the Hindustan Times Leadership Studio as we're celebrating 100 years of Hindustan Times. And today I'm very privileged to be joined by Mr. Anil Agarwal, Chairman of Vedanta Resources. And so welcome. You are known as the Metal King of India, but you have also been one of the first entrepreneurs or industrialists, if I can say so, who've really talked about or had a serious conversation about manufacturing chips, and setting up fabs in India. Yet we've seen, that other companies have sort of really managed to move forward and enlisted partners. What really happened to your mind?
No, in fact, we are the people who said that how important is the semiconductor and the glass manufacturing. Both are very, very important because that's how the company developed. And we are already in that business because we make optical fiber, we make glass in Taiwan, in Korea, in Japan. So we thought it would be the right move to move, and we have brought in everything. And as we were going, and we also find that the other people were also very keen to move forward, and they are very good. They are very good, and we are going, but we will see how other people are moving, how other people are doing. The whole thing is not to create competition in ourselves. What I'm looking, how my India can grow. And if other company like Adani and Tatas and other people, they are very big, they are very good. I always believe their business is my business is their business. We all are looking at India. So for me, definitely very aggressively they are pursuing, and I'm looking forward them to grow. As far as we are concerned, we have the land, we have a tie-up, but definitely we are waiting and watching the situation.
And that's fair, sir. I think that's going to be a long journey.
Yeah.
It will pan out in its own time. But sir, when one thinks of Vedanta, of course, the things that immediately come to mind right off the bat are metals, mining. But you do have a very successful, optical fiber business in Sterlite Technologies that you've just pointed out to. What is your vision for those businesses, really?
Yeah, no, I was very fortunate that in one generation, under one umbrella, I have a 20 business, and 5 business give me 90% of the profit, and the 10% is a 15 business. All 15 business are going to be as big as 5 business.
Okay.
And I'm enjoying that. Because everything is huge demand and supply. I'm not a traditional business. Any business you will find me something different, something meaningful. And meaningful is what? Am I serving the society? Something which is I'm eradicating import, creating massive job, creating lot of entrepreneur. So each of our business has a value, and that's how I'm going. So we are in a business of transmission, largest, one of the great company for renewable. We are a power company. We are optical fiber, as you said. We produce glass. We have a system integration. So those things are there, and everywhere is about the people. One thing is for sure, people love to work for Vedanta. I don't know why.
Why do you think so?
It's amazing how it has happened, and you will not believe 50% of the Indian company all have Vedanta CFO.
Alumni.
And they says in their company, they says, do it Vedanta way. and I really don't know what they're talking about. So that gives me a lot of satisfaction that other companies are growing, they're creating value, the perception is creating. So all this business, 5 business will grow very well. As I said, the oil and gas is close to my heart. I have to crack it, and I'm a strong man. I will take it. I will never do anything flout in the governance. I will never do any flout. I'm very law-abiding person, but we'll find a solution. How do we come out of it? It's all about how to find a solution. So oil and gas is very important, and I could see for me, aluminum is very important. Aluminum will change this world. For me, copper is very, very important. Silver is very, very important. Zinc is very important. This will transform.
Sure.
So these are the things very important, which is probably we are going to be one of the world's best company for the people, and the other company we are exploring. But it is running on its own. Anywhere where I'm finding I always imagine my business should be like orchestra, and I'm like a conductor. There has to be tune. It should not. We like the pressure, but not the pressure that which become havas, which start hurting other people.
Right.
Nowhere. So those values are very important.
Right, sir. And you've pointed out it's it's obvious that the way you envision the group is very married to India's next few decades of growth, and one of the things you've been a very active advocate of is India's need to be self-reliant, energy self-reliance. How well do you think India has sort of moved in that direction so far, and where are we on that journey here?
India will definitely go because it is a God-gifted country. We have human resources, we have natural resources, we have a consumption 1.4 billion people, and our DNA is, so there is, I'm a geologist, so I can see the kind of resource what we have, how sustainable we can do, that's what we are looking at. But I have no doubt speed is very important. The government is also doing self-certification. More and more they do the trust on the entrepreneur. Money making should not be a sin. Money making is celebrated in other country, and that feeling entrepreneur must have. The startup, the entrepreneur must have, and we must embrace the failure. Failure is a part of the success. So these are the things are coming. We abuse people when they become failure. We look them in different eyes. No way. I have gone through this hundreds of times. I have gone through the depression. I failed after fail. I can tell you 20 companies I failed which I wanted to build, but never give up. Never give up. And my biggest strength was all around. Please use your women power. We have a tremendous women power. Use them. आपकी माँ है, बहन है, अपना समझिए उनको. उनसे आप काम लेंगे, उनका माइंड बहुत अच्छा होता है. हमारे पुराने ज़माने में भी जब राजा महाराजा काम करते थे, तो वो झरोखों से उनकी औरतें, उनके लोग काम उनको देखती रहती थी और रात में उनको ठीक करती थी. ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा बोलो. उनकी पकड़ जो होती है, उनकी समझ जो होती है, वो बियॉन्ड होती है. इन सब चीज़ों को अपने यूज़ करेंगे. मेरे को कोई डाउट नहीं लगता है कि मेरे को तो हिंदुस्तान के बाहर, मैंने अभी बोला भी कि हिंदुस्तान के बाहर में बोलते रहते हैं सारे लोग. मेरे को भारत के अलावा कुछ दिखता नहीं है. मैं भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात बताता हूँ.
No, sir. I mean, I think the country indeed benefits from having dedicated leaders like yourselves. But on the point of women leaders, a very powerful and central female force that we see at Vedanta is of course your daughter Priya as well. From your point of view, what are some of the things that you envision her doing that can sort of perpetuate and protect your own legacy?
They can do better. They can do better as far as Priya is concerned. And I'm not looking. This is the institution being created. In the world, 80-90% of the company, the founders are not there. Holding their share is different thing. The management should be different thing. So management work should be because they are very strong company. As long as it's required to build, to be there, to have some face is very important. I have no idea how it will evolve and revolve. I have only one idea. These companies going to be there for 500 years.
Okay.
They are the temple of India.
No, that's indeed a long-term vision that builds legacy in companies. I'll segue a little bit, sir. Vedanta has won a few oil exploration blocks. What's the status of those? Have you been lucky to make any discoveries so far?
We are the only people in the world who has various type of oil field, which is not many company can have, and government has changed their policy. They become very liberal. Earlier, what we used to have hundreds of clearances does not require. Our oil minister, our prime minister, and that's why the investment has not come into this sector. We are very lucky that we are very advanced. We are producing we have a producing asset, and we produce gas, we produce oil, and there is no doubt Kane Energy, which is a phenomenal name, phenomenal people, we are aiming for 500,000 barrel production in few years time. We have one of the best drilling program going on, subsurface program going on. We have a deep sea drilling program going on. So very excited about it. And there is no question that we will be producing at least 30-40% of the oil of the country.
Okay. Let me move on to disinvestment, sir. So you've managed to scale up businesses like Hindustan Zinc and Balco, but the government does have some substantial residual share in these businesses. Has that affected your plans at all in any manner?
Yeah, this is the challenge, no? Still we have grown in spite of all the rule and regulation, because I'm in completely regulated business.
Yeah.
With the kind of money you can imagine, how and the appreciation, if in England and America, the kind of appreciation comes. Probably in India, the Indian entrepreneur, the startup people who achieve can do it. We have last 6-7 years, we must have paid at least $6-7 billion of taxes to the country. And you said what you are saying? What?
Whether that has affected your plans in any way, sir, for these businesses?
It has, how smooth ride can be.
Yeah.
That to get those things sorted out take also energy. To get the permission, to take the permission, to take the trust is which is helping. This government has done phenomenal trust, and because of that it is growing. More and more trust you give it to the people, the private sector, more they will deliver. I have been very lucky. I have been Hindustan Zinc. In the world, everybody's talk about that from 100,000 ton production to we are producing almost 1 million ton, 40 years reserve. Silver, India never produced silver in the history. We are producing the largest silver of the world. I'm also looking to recycle all the waste to be one of the largest recycling of the world. Same thing with the aluminium. So things are going in a big way, and why can't we think big? Most of the biggest benefit, number one, because revenue will be tremendous to the government. Number two, we will be the largest employer in the country. Number three, we will be building up thousands of industry, startup, we have started the industrial park. Every business we do, we want to start on non-profit basis, industrial park. the people who have the 5 crore, 10 crore, 20 crore, they can start their industry. So अनुमान तो बहुत बड़े बड़े हैं और होंगे भी.
On that note, sir, you talked about aspects of the mining business you're excited about. You've mentioned aluminium. You've also mentioned copper, and you do have copper mines in Africa. And this is a metal that's got growing relevance. It's used in everything from wind turbines to EVs. Do you think those, the copper that you have in Africa can be used for India's needs, and how big can those plans be for you?
Yeah, commodities are floating. So India has a huge copper deposit, one of the best deposit. As and when something will happen, we can look at. And I'm not looking myself. Only desire I have, if India can have 10 Vedanta, then we have some sort of a people with us. At the moment, this is a heavy industry. People take time to come in, and I'm looking forward. But India has all the minerals, and also the lot of government company, which are not running very efficiently. I think government should move on, because most important thing to have the production.
Okay.
Very good.
So before we wrap, I wanted to touch on how you really see your legacy and Vedanta's legacy. And there are some things that you do talk about with a lot of passion, whether it's including more women, in Vedanta companies, in the workforce in general. You've pledged about 75% of your personal wealth to philanthropy. How important are these to you, and how do they really seep into the culture you're building at Vedanta?
The best thing is Vedanta culture. Anybody you talk about, whether it's a buyer, seller, people working for us, women, we have a women so safe, touch wood, things should not anything. We take people from all the parents in India, they says, my daughter can work in Vedanta. I've made billions of dollars. What a trust I have gained. When world best S&P give me my Priya daughter work, #1 ESG brand. You see the company all over the world. I got that. That gives me huge satisfaction. When Priya, my daughter, say that every child of India no child should be malnutrition. Everybody get the 2 square meal. Everybody get education. All the women must be paid something, because they have, without money a woman, and with money is a 2 different position. Her respectability goes up in the village, position goes up, and we have come out today. We have lakhs of women who have been doing how we can do more in technological. हम लोग कैलकुलेट करते हैं, ईश्वर के राज में कोई कैलकुलेशन नहीं है. वहाँ अगर होना होगा तो बड़ी तादाद में हो जाता है. बट आप अपना फोकस लगा के रखो, काम करते जाओ, कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा होगा.
And that positive messages, I hope our viewers take away. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.